Lovely misty morning in the English Channel. Typical October weather. France is 60 miles over there. Down there in that mist we've got the Isle of Wight, and 7 miles to the westward is Portsmouth, believe it or not. Yet here we've got perfect peace and tranquility. Hard to believe there's all that action going on just over there. We're approaching the bar of Chichester Harbour, which is one of the great areas of natural beauty on the English south coast. Today's pilotage starts out at Chichester Bar, then moves north into the harbour past Hayling Island Sailing Club. There we swing to starboard past the Winner Bank and carry on to the eastward past the East Head anchorage. From there we come round a little way to port and head to the northeast up the Chichester Channel. And then we swing to starboard, leaving Bosom Creek to port, and so on to the lovely village of Itchenor, where we're going to call it a day. We're making the passage in a southerly 42 RST, which has a swing keel. Not just a big boat, we can get her into some shoal water if need be, which is ideal for an area like this. We're approaching the bar now, which you couldn't miss because it's got this great big red beacon on it. West Pole it's called. 10 years ago, well maybe 20 years ago, when I used to teach round here, that wasn't here. The bar was further in at the next mark we can see, which is the Dolphin with all the wind instruments and things on it. The Dolphin used to be the bar itself, but the bar has crept outwards and it's now right out here at West Pole. This bit of water is dredged to about 1.5 metres in theory, which is lowest astronomical tide depth, chart datum. There's nearly always going to be more than that, and the low water today is 1.8 metres, so we've got 3.3 metres. The boat, as I say, with the board up, which we have, draws 1 metre, so we've got oodles of water. As we come in with the West Pole now over our port quarter, we're approaching the old bar beacon, which is the Dolphin. There's all sorts of stuff on there. You can actually pick it up on the internet, I believe, now, and see what the wind's doing at Chichester Bar right now, which is great fun. Now ahead of us, I can see on the west entrance, the west side of the entrance, there's a shingle spit that just rolls down into the sea, and there's a hefty red beacon, which I can see just to the left of where that shingle goes into the sea. So because there isn't an official transit, what I'm going to do, the tide is setting me now to the eastwards, the flood tide goes that way. As I get into the channel, it'll set more and more straight into the harbour entrance, but I must be careful initially not to be set to the eastward. I'm going to use my common sense here. I'm going to steer to line up that red beacon with its little bit of shingle. I'm going to take a look astern now to make sure I'm not being set too far to the east. The marks behind will show me. Yeah, I'm right on. That's absolutely fine. Because we're near the bottom of the tide, we can actually see the West Pole sand dried out over here. Normally, if you come in near the top of the high water, you will not see that, but it's there anyway. And the important thing about it is, obviously, stay clear of it, but when we get that abeam, as soon as we're really behind the drying bank, the tide stops setting away up channel and starts setting straight into the harbour or out of the harbour, because that guides it. It acts as a sort of training bank, really. Keeps the water deep, which it certainly is here. OK, well, we're entering the harbour now. With that guiding the tide, as soon as we're aware that that's happening, we can allow ourselves to drift away a bit to the east so that we go straight in the entrance. Because in heavy weather there is danger from that sand. And now I can see the shingle here. Looks like a guy fishing on the corner, very picturesque. Got a chap in a canoe paddling in the shallows. We've got our red beacon that we were using to guide us in.